Greetings from Ghana. It's always a pleasure to come your way. Today, I bring you the export business. Yesterday, I was privileged to be in an online training. It was a masterclass for exportation business. Though it wasn't that long, I want to share with you some of the things I learned. That there are several things that come together to make the export business successful. First, your product. Second, identifying your market. 3, pricing your products. 4, marketing your products. 5, closing your deal. 6, receiving payment. 7, shipping your product to your buyer or customer. In your export business, all these are part of your routine. Well, we were asked, are we parts of any production or farming, or are you into production, farming, or selling of any item? It can be honey, shito, African dresses, soya beans, fascinators, turbans, palm oil, beads, anything. In fact, the products are numerous, they are endless, and many more. These are just a few I've mentioned. But if you have these products that you want to offer, then the business is great for you. That's the export business. Why this business is the best bet in this tight economy? That's why the export business is the best. It's because the government is looking for exporters to support with grants of over $3 billion. The grant is a loan or money given to you for business without having to pay back. Well, if you have any other comments, please drop it. We are all learning here. Here we inform, we educate, we entertain. We as much as we are learning, we need to also tap into the knowledge of one another. So please drop a comment. Don't forget to subscribe too. It's a chance to expand your business worldwide with maximum profits. I'm talking about the export business. There is high demand of local foods outside, as there are millions of Ghanaians scattered all over the world. And more demands means higher prices, and higher price means more profits. Welcome to the exportation business. You should know that the export market is larger than Ghana as a country. So here, let's take it that we are exporting from Ghana. Yes, because you can export from wherever you are, in whichever country. You should know that the export market is larger than Ghana as a country. By this, if everyone is an exporter, we are still not enough to saturate the export market. Going forward, I shall be talking about the real chain of exportation. You should know that the export market is larger than Ghana as a country. Hence, if one decides to become an exporter, it's obvious that the demands cannot be met. What at all is export? Export simply means selling your goods and services to other countries. It's like buying and selling here in Ghana. The difference is this time you are selling it to an outsider who does not live here in Ghana. So whenever you are sending or selling outside your country, Ghana, this is known as exportation. For instance, when you buy from China, the one you are buying from is exporting to you. Let's see the framework of exportation. The link tree involves 3 stakeholders. You have the importer, the exporter, and the shipping company. The importer, that's the buyer in another country that wants to buy from you here in Ghana. The exporter is you that wants to sell in another country. The shipping company, the company that conveys goods from the port of loading for the exporter to the port of destination for the importer, normally referred to as the logistics company. Is exportation difficult? Well, I learned that exportation is not as difficult as it seems. However, there are basic requirements one needs to kickstart export business as a beginner. Firstly, you need phone with access to the internet, a domicile account, an internet facility, and understanding the main export process. You need phone with access to internet. With your phone, you can reach out to several customers in any part of the world and transact business. It's about time we use our phones to make money instead of using it for just calls, WhatsApping, and social media. Really? Yeah, I think I share with my trainer. Then I was made to know that you also need a domicile account. Your buyers are mostly based abroad, so you need an account that will accept dollars at low charges. Then an internet. This is a must-have. Sometimes your medium of communication with your buyers might be mostly through the email, WhatsApp, or Facebook. Hence, access is very, very significant. Then you also need to understand the main export process. That's how to go about the business to be a successful exporter. Now, exportation comes in two forms. We have micro exportation and macro exportation. Do we have to continue? If you're enjoying, drop a comment. So you realize that anything micro is on a small scale. Micro exportation is popularly known as mini exportation, which most of us are interested in. Macro exportation has to do with exporting in large quantities with documentation. Now, mini exportation, which involves shipping small quantities of different agro commodities by air. For example, when you pack in 1 kg, 2 kg, 20 kg, 50 kg, basically below 300 kg in total, exporting in small quantities. That's when we say you are into mini exportation or micro exportation. Hence, as a beginner with little capital to start, you can start by packaging and supplying in small quantities until you raise enough money to go on a large scale. For beginners who want to venture into mini exportation, we're made to understand you don't need to bother about export documents or licenses, since shipping companies are there to take care of them. With this, you ship, that's with my macro exportation, you ship in large quantities. For instance, using the 20-footer or 40-footer containers, or in large tons, or shipping through the sea. That's when we term you as a major exporter or a macro exporter. To be an exporter who exports in containers through sea, that's when the documentation comes in. You need to have certificates for business and license for export. Do we hear that? Now, we have facts about the exportation business as a beginner. As for those who want to venture into mini or micro exportation, that's exporting on a small scale. I learned that you don't need to have a registered company to start. You need not to register with Ghana Export Promotion Authority, no FDA approval needed, zero capital needed or little capital needed. One can export even if one does not have a product of their own. You can still do business even if you don't export yourself. Now let's see list of what's demanded products on the international export markets. I was made to understand we have a lot ranging from gari, vegetables, beans, flour, ogbono, cassava flour, bitter leaf, dried goose leaf, palm wine, butter production, coconut processing, pepper, tomato paste. In fact, add your own hibiscus flower, yogurt, potato, semolina, ginger, beer, soy, bean, yam, anise, snail, shrimps, fruit juices, plain flour, sesame seeds. It can go on and on and on. Anything is exportable as long as it is legal for that country. As long as it is what legal. So the list is endless. So it is important to note that these foodstuffs and agro products are scarce outside the country, especially where Africans reside. Here's what you may not know, as we were told by our trainer. Apart from the Africans over there consuming it, the foreigners, that's the whites, need these local products as raw materials for their snacks, cosmetics, and pharmaceutical industries as well. Africa is sitting on gold, and Ghana is no exception. Wow. Are we getting there? So, as I indicated, we were given a list of a whole lot of things that one can venture into for export. For instance, palm oil, it has so many health benefits. It's used for commercial productions, which makes it a product of high demand. Hence, our trainer indicated that if luck shines on you to export this, so much money for you. Wow. Can imagine so many profits there. So I understand you can also, as already mentioned, cashew nuts. That is also in high demand, and that cashew nuts is grown here in Ghana. You can easily get some to buy and resell for instant profits. Powdered pepper, handcrafts ranging from tie and dye, fascinators, beaded necklace, name them, add more. Do add more. Some of the things that one can easily lay hands on for mini exportation. So, headbands, a lot, spices, cereals, cosmetics. And I understand Gary too is in high demand, which is nicknamed African coffee. That is particularly consumed by most Africans, which equally makes it a product in high demand. And you know, with Gary, it can easily be gotten on the markets to export, and it's less expensive, requires very little capital to start with. Shrimps, wow. So a lot of things, agushi, you have okro, and fruits like mango and pineapple that are largely exported, and vegetables are also exportable. Wow. So through this, if it is well patronized, you can do a lot of things for yourself. You can also export snails, dry fish, kente, a royal kente. So this is an item identified with Ghana and made right here, mostly in the Ashanti and northern regions. Wow. So if you really establish it well, you will be good to go. If the exportation business works, that's what some of you will be asking. Is getting customers a problem? But our trainer assured us that if you follow and apply everything that she is teaching, it will succeed. Well, I guess everything, if you don't make a step, you may never start. Now let's see categories of goods one can export from Ghana. Goods you can export fall under different categories, which is good for you because no matter what field you find yourself, you will definitely find a category to belong to or satisfy your supply. So it ranges from agricultural products, for instance, charcoal, sesame seed, bitter cola nut, shea butter, etc. Also have solid minerals, which includes gold, bauxite, manganese, timber, cocoa, teak, zinc, crude oil, marble. You can find most of these in Ghana as well. We have manufactured products. These manufactured products normally have certifications and approvals already, so they save one a whole lot of stress. For example, one can export cocoa powder in detergents, insecticides, furniture, Ankara designs, African wares, shoes, bags. They can be self-made or bought from the manufacturer. Then we have also processed foods, including yam flour, potato flour, beans flour, rice flour, grounded crayfish, pepper, cassava. These are ways to export without FDA approval. So, having already processed food, we also have handicrafts, carvings, talking drums, calabash, artwork, sculptures, metal carvings, paintings. These things are usually in high demand in the UK and the US. The whites cherish and love them a lot. One can either make them by oneself or buy them and resell. So at least you can export something looking at the categories. You can get something to export unless you don't want to do something for yourself. Well, let's see. You need to get buyers. There are 3 steps in the exportation business. I was made to understand you need to get buyers. Then step 2, we have this product sourcing and evaluation. Then the step 3, the shipping bit. Well, let's see. Step 1, you have to get buyers. This is the most important and difficult part in this business. But we were made not to be scared. It's easy as it's said, it's hard. Implementing the strategies and a few golden contacts of your customers for a start, you'll be doing fine. Well, we're told that we'll be taught how to draft a proposal template to submit to companies on any goods one wants to purchase from you. Then product sourcing and evaluation. This is usually the second and most important step. You proceed to source your products much after conclusion and negotiation with your prospective buyer. You must conduct an evaluation check on the goods based on the agreement of you and your client, as this will keep them coming if you supply the exact quality of the goods to them. This step is important because unlike in Ghana where you get away with what is ordered versus what you get, these people are very strict and might seek a refund if the goods are not up to standard or not of the quality that was requested. And you may have serious legal consequences, or they will take the necessary legal actions on you. Meaning that bad goods is equal to clients not satisfied. Totally lost one client, which is bad for the business. I hope you get that. So step 3, you ship the product or commodities to your customer after the mode of payment has been set. Well, we were advised of the following. So that you do not ship any goods on credit, else you have some level of confidence or trust in the customer. So we were told there are different logistics companies that are around that can deliver on time, and they are worldwide, for which some contacts can be given though, but you can also search for some yourself. Now let's note perishable goods. They are also termed lifeline goods. You will learn the various lifeline of some perishable goods and how to go about exporting them. So you know when it's perishable, it goes with a whole lot of challenge. You need to know how to package it and a whole lot. If you have learnt more and you want to know more, especially how to get your customers and all that, please drop a comment. Thank you for watching.